CEO Ronald from Creating a Difference. Let's talk a little bit about bowling balls and bowling balls that have lost performance due to wear and tear. Woo! She lost some performance. She was 16 to 10 on that board box. That's a brand new Jayhawk product. 16 to 10 was where he threw that shot, and that bowling ball did not perform as planned. You can see we got a dreaded nasty split there. What we're going to do is we're going to show you how you can get the performance of your bowling ball, any performance reactive bowling ball. This one happens to be an Intel. We're going to show you how you can get it back using a brand new product from Creating the Difference. Stay tuned. All right, so we've decided to come into the pro shop. We're going to show you a brand new product from Creating the Difference. And actually, we're going to start by bringing this bowling ball back to how it came from the factory. Now, this ball actually came from the factory at a 2,000 grit surface. It obviously doesn't even appear to be anywhere near 2,000 grit right now. So I'm going to have Chris show you how to sand the bowling ball properly to get it back to a 2,000 grit surface. We'll start with that process. You'll start on the sides of the ball. You'll go around, keep going around. And the reason why you're going to go around the sides first is because you can't put the same amount of pressure as you can on the top. Then it'll go to the top of the ball, like so. And then back on the sides. Now, you can do this at home. This is a product that you can do at home. You don't have to be at a pro shop or in the pro shop to be able to use this product. You flip the ball over, do the same thing. You go around the sides of the ball, hit the top, go back around the sides, hit the top again, and that will allow him to be able to get a nice sanded finish on his bowling ball. Now, surface is obviously one of the most important aspects of ball motion. It's something that you definitely want to make sure that you keep up with to keep your ball motion at its peak. But there's more than that that creates loss of performance. One of the things happens to be oil absorption. Another one of the factors happens to be the ability to keep your bowling ball maintained as best as possible. We're going to go ahead and clean the bowling ball off right now with a little bit of Wow Factor ball cleaner. We're going to get that dust off. This is the process that you're going to want to go through. You're going to want to get all the dust off the bowling ball. Plus, this is a good opportunity, too, for us to make sure that we hit all the spots on the bowling ball with the sanding pad. But we're showing you exactly the process that you would need to go through if you want to get your bowling ball back to factory. In some cases, you can actually, in a lot of cases, actually, honestly, you'll be able to get it better than factory performance because of that process and this new product that we got coming from Creating the Difference called the Clear. So we'll talk a little bit about that here in a second, but right now the ball's been sanded, so that's good. What we're going to do next is we're going to actually treat this bowling ball with a revolutionary new product called the Clear. It's from Creating the Difference, and what it is, it's actually an at-home treatment that you can use with your bowling ball. So we're going to have him take the bucket, we're going to have him open the bucket. We're going to place the bowling ball in the bucket with the thumb hole directly up, like so. And you can see the bowling ball fits in there nice and pretty. We're going to open up the bottle of the Clear. We're going to pour it on the side. We're not going to pour it in the thumb hole. We don't want it to go in the thumb hole, so we're going to let him go ahead and do that. He's going to pour it around the bowling ball, not in the thumb hole. And we're actually not even going to cover the thumb hole area of the ball. There's no reason to cover the thumb hole area, so we're just going to pour just enough in there to be able to get a nice little ring around the thumb hole. This product is a product that you can use before competition. You're going to need to let your bowling ball sit in it for 1 hour. That's all the time you're going to be able to need. And what you're doing is you're actually treating the bowling ball in a very unique manner. You're actually depositing what's called a tackifier in the bowling ball. And the depositing in that tackifier is going to have the bowling ball become extra tacky. You also are going to be able to increase your ability to have oil absorption. And you're also going to allow the bowling ball to really, really grip the back end of the lane and improve the performance. So now what we're going to do, we're going to let the bowling ball sit like this for an hour, and we'll come back and we'll give you an update, and we'll throw the ball down the lane to see how the performance of the Clear is on the lane. Our bowling ball sitting in the Clear for exactly 1 hour, and now what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of that top layer of stuff, because that's where all the bad stuff is. It's sitting right there just kind of floating on the top layer. So we've got actually a pad we're going to use to really just go ahead and absorb that top layer. We want to get rid of that. That's what allows the Clear to actually be a reusable product. So we're going to just suck it in like that, let it suck in all the bad stuff, get that all out of the way, and then as soon as that's done, like so, we're going to go ahead and take that out, and we will throw that, we'll throw that pad away now. It's good to go. So we'll just a real quick move. You just get all that top layer off, get your trash can ready, go ahead and throw it right in the trash can, and that's gone. Now, you have a fresh, clean bowling ball. So now we're going to go ahead and take the bowling ball out of the Clear. We're going to go ahead and get the bowling ball out of the Clear. We're going to set it down, and we're going to dry it off real quick. Now, here's why we're going to dry it off. We want to obviously get the excess off. Typically, what we would do next is we would actually grab some of that Wow Factor HM. You got little spillage there on the back side there, Chris. You'll see it when you move the ball from the finger holes. But we'll get it all cleaned up there. We'll get all of it cleaned up, especially around there in the back. Yep. So you want to make sure you keep this as clean as possible. You don't want to create no big mess. So we'll get that cleaned up as best we can there. And we'll grab another pad since that ball is obviously just a little bit wet. There we go. There we go. We got a fresh one. Getting it dried off. I'm going to let it sit for a second. And while it's sitting, we're actually going to let that ball sit like so. And he's going to go ahead and dry the rest of it off. Get the table cleaned off. This is a very interesting product because the Clear actually is leaving or has left a tackifier in the bowling ball. And one of the side effects of that tackifier is the bowling ball can actually phase. Now, if you don't know what phasing is a whitening or a lightening of the bowling ball. And it has no performance impact on the bowling ball negatively, but nonetheless, it can be kind of unsightly, and it's not something that people necessarily want their bowling balls changing color after they use any product. So what we're going to do is we're going to let it sit, and we're going to let it just kind of go ahead and go through its progression on its own. And what's going to be interesting is you will be able to see it phase. As a matter of fact, Chris, you have a bowling ball that we actually did treat earlier, and it has phase. So we're going to let this ball go ahead and phase, but we'll show you this other ball. You can kind of see here. You can see all the whitening of the bowling ball. That's the phasing. And what you'll actually do, you can see where we didn't. So there's where the bowling ball was exposed, and this is obviously where the bowling ball was submerged in the product. What you'll do is we'll set it on the thumb hole, and we'll grab and we'll show them while this ball is phasing. We'll show them how to get rid of the phasing. So let's just get a spot, any spot on the bowling ball. Grab a little bit of Wow Factor HM. It actually is a product that's going to help get rid of the phasing. You just spray it maybe right here for us on the bowling ball, let it sit for a second, and you can see immediately it is getting rid of the phasings. You can go ahead and wipe the bowling ball off right in that spot, and you can see the phasing in that area is now officially gone. So you can see where it's phased and where it's not. So Wow Factor HM is made to get rid of the phasing on the bowling ball, bring your color back like it's supposed to be, and allow you to have the color that you're looking for. So this bowling ball is still going through that transition. We're going to let it still phase. So as a result of that, we will let it sit, and we will come back, and we will give you another preview of the performance of this bowling ball. Stay tuned.
Now let's take a look at the performance of the bowling ball after it was treated with the Clear and see if Chris can repeat the first shot and see what kind of performance change we get from shot 1 to shot 2. And because Chris repeated the shot, we went from a washout to a light 7-pin. Because of the shot repetition, we saw additional back-end performance as opposed to earlier hook. And this is all because Chris's bowling ball was treated with the Clear by creating the difference. If you have more questions or need more information, be sure to check us out at ctdbowling.com. Dustin Zamer with Creating the Difference. Have a great day.